Just going live here now. Hello, everyone. Shar here with today's Monday Momentum. We're just waiting to kick over live here. We are with a very special guest today. I can't wait for you to be introduced to him and his story. There I am. Sorry, there's just a little delay there, as always, from our Zoom over to the live Facebook. So thanks for joining us today, Yoli Nation. My name is Shar. I'm the Senior Marketing Manager at Yoli, and I'm a part of this amazing Yoli family that we are building quickly here. So today we have Emerson Aquino. He is the most amazing and youngest leader that we've seen through the member community here through Yoli Nation. He is a triple diamond executive, and he was the youngest diamond to reach that level just at 20 years old. So that was 7 years ago, and a lot has changed. And I'll let him tell you a little bit about his story. But before we get started, I just wanted to make a few announcements. So as you know, we've been out of the Peach Mango Passion in the canisters. They were running low, and then the packets in the boxes. We are now pleased to announce that that is available again for you. So starting tomorrow morning, probably about 10 a.m. Utah time, Mountain Time, that will be available for you again. So we're really happy to get that back in stock, as well as we have a really fun announcement. So as you know, we do transform universities all across the country throughout the year to carry on the message that we announced at conference, and we have renamed that. So it is no longer TU as you've fondly known it. It is going to be Momentum. So Momentum will be the new TU. That's the naming convention this calendar year. And the first Momentum in the series is the East Coast. So tickets are now available. If you go look at our events section and yoli.com/events, you can purchase your tickets. We are extending the regular pricing until September 29th for you to take advantage of that. So we can't wait to see all of you there. So check that out. So get used to saying Momentum. That's going to be the momentum that carries us through after Ignite. And things are going to be bigger and better than ever at those smaller events that we have throughout the country. And I don't even want to say smaller, right? Like, these have the opportunity to be huge. Even if you don't live close, I would encourage you to try to get to one throughout the year. The 5 and 10 packs are also a great way to invite your team and get a discount, 20 to 25% off of those ticket packs. All right, without further ado, I would love to introduce you to our very special guest. And if you have any questions for him throughout the Zoom call today, please comment below and I'll try to get to some of those. So I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Emerson, why don't you take it away?
Thank you so much. Can you hear me okay, Shar?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you everybody for having me, and thank you, Shar, for inviting me in this call. And we just want to start with basically who's Emerson Aquino, my journey in Yoli. So I started back 7 years ago, even though you might see me as one of the youngest, probably one of the oldest member too, to be around. Of course, not as old as the Eugene Hongs and the Brad McCoys of Yoli, but I was there, right after the transformation kit was launched, and I was a customer like everybody else. Lost a pretty good amount of weight, and that became my story for the next 7 years of me sharing that and inspiring others to change the trajectory of their health, and hopefully also my testimony in the financial side kind of inspired others as well to join Yoli in that area. And so first of all, I think Shar invited me because I wanted to promote the Yoli event in the Philippines. So first things first, I want to say thank you to each and every person that is definitely helping us organize this event, namely your Blue Diamond, Sheila and Lucille Rico, double Blue Diamond, Daniel Song, Mel Gomez, Dr. Mel Gomez, Blue Diamond, as well as the True Sun team, Matt and Chris, and the PH, the only corporate there in the Philippines. They are doing extremely, like, basically it's an unprecedented help really that we've received for this member hosted event. This event really just it showed us, really, myself and Sheila and Daniel, the difference of culture now from the management side and from corporate, because never never that we've seen before, from corporate side, really helping financially, really helping physically as well, them flying to the Philippines, Matt and Chris, in a very short notice. That's pretty crazy. And so we're really excited just to bring you guys an awesome event in the Philippines. The reason why we created this post conference event in the Philippines, because as you guys know, there's a lot of people in the Philippines that unfortunately could not make it to Ignite in Salt Lake. I mean, not in Salt Lake, but in Sandy, Utah last month. And the reason why is because of, immigration processes, and of course money barriers as well, financial barriers as well, because it's not cheap to fly from the Philippines to the United States. And so this is kind of like our way of saying thank you to our Philippine partners to really bring the excitement, the content, and just the energy that we received at Ignite 2019. So, and not only that, that's our only primary focus really, was just to bring the excitement. But now we're bringing so much more. We have the Yoli store. We're announcing a lot of different new product launches, at least three. And it's gonna be such an amazing event. I know that the production is gonna be crazy as well. Sheila is really working on that. And also Boots, one of the person that really is holding the ground in the field, making things and doing the nuts and bolts of the event. But also, I want to touch just really quickly our journey also in the Philippines, and how we're doing over there. The main reason why we're so passionate about um, really transforming Philippines is primarily, number one, is, as you guys probably know, Filipinos. We have a good concentration of Filipinos in Yoli. But secondly, I think that um, you know, as a third world country, and they don't have really access to great healthcare, and that's one thing that hits home to me when we were there, and just listening to people's story, because here in the United States, in North America, Canada, we have this thing called the free healthcare, right? We get sick, it's sometimes it's free, and most times it's free. In Canada, it's free. In the Philippines, is the other way around. When you get sick there, you have to pay out of pocket. Does not matter if you have insurance. There's a saying that sickness doesn't discriminate. Doesn't matter if you're poor or rich. The cost of sickness is the same for everybody. And that's magnified in the Philippines. And so to see them really, in the very beginning of us sharing in the Philippines, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and seeing the results, thousands of miles away from North America, but the same testimony of people getting better, right? So what that means is that our product is consistent. Doesn't matter across the border. It doesn't matter where you're at. That's just a testimony that our product works. Doesn't matter where we go. And so when we see people really getting better, and them saying, "Hey, Emerson, because we are better now in health, it didn't just affect our health, but it also affected our finances a lot." Because people there are really spending a lot of money out of pocket just to get better. And so the mission is 10 times, 20 times greater when we share what we have back home. And that's why we're there, and really sharing it. And so another thing that I wanted to share with you guys about Yoli is that in the Philippines, is also the financial side, right? The financial aspect of what we do here in Yoli. You know, when we say that us, we're an immigrant. You know, most of the Filipinos, of course, in the North America are immigrants from the Philippines, and the reason why we left our family back home is to have a better pasture, future, here to earn that dollar bills, to earn that, even though that's a lot of sacrifice, you know, uh, from us. And so now that we're able to kind of we're able to share the same opportunity that we have here in the United States back to the Philippines, back to Mexico as well. You know, those countries that really needs financial transformation. It just covers it all. It's a in the health term, it's a holistic approach to life. And so it's just such a wonderful blessing, really, that we get to be a part of it. And even though you don't probably watching this and you don't have a member in the Philippines or someone from the Philippines, um, you're what I want you guys to know is that our Yoli is really helping a lot of people and transforming a lot of people's lives. And one thing that I really appreciate is that directly and indirectly, you see just lives being transformed every single day, from different walks of life. And so that is pretty much it in the Philippines. And I'm not sure if you want to ask me a couple of questions here, but Shar also mentioned that I am a brand new father. Yes, that is true. And for many of you guys out there, you guys probably saw me um, grew up in this company. Like I said, 7 years, 20 years old when I first started, and and 7 years later, I'm now a father, and that's one thing that I really appreciate about Yoli is building that financial freedom and time freedom along the way. Now I appreciate it. Now I appreciate being home and with my baby, with baby Jeremiah, seeing him, smile, his first, burps, his first hiccups, stuff like that, time, you can't get back time. You can always get more money, but time, you cannot get back time. And so those are the precious times that I really do appreciate of building Yoli. So my question to you guys is this, um, everybody, one thing is for me, really what I learned in life is that one thing is for certain, we're all gonna arrive somewhere. 5 years from now, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, we're all gonna arrive somewhere. I know Yoli is gonna arrive somewhere 3 years from now. We know where it will arrive, right? The 500 million mark. That's where Yoli is gonna arrive 3 years from now. I know where I'm going to arrive 3 years from now, 5 years from now as well. So my question to you is, where do you guys want to arrive 5 years from now? Because Yoli is changing for the better. And so the ball is in our court now after Ignite. Success is just definitely a daily discipline. Practice every day. The better mind, better body is that. And so, where will you arrive 60 days from now, finishing that program? And so that is my question to you. And for me, I basically just I, I guess get how do you say it? The success that I have gotten for the last couple of years, even though it's minuscule, is because I learned it and I'm just teachable and coachable. I might be young, but I don't know anything. And that's one thing that I'm gonna share to you guys. Always just be coachable and always just be open-minded and learn from the best. There are a lot of people that have already made it here in Yoli. All we gotta do is open our hearts and open our ears and learn study it, learn it, and then preach it right afterwards. And so, and my personal mission in life is that, we are rescued to rescue, we are healed to heal, right? We're here, someone gave hope to us, and now it's our time to give hope to others. And so hopefully that gave you guys a little bit of inspiration to go out there and do more for the next couple of years. And we're only 3 months away, right? About 4 months away till the end of the year. So, and I know that most of us made a New Year's resolution at the beginning of this year, and the question is how far away from you from achieving those goals. And next year is going to be something else. 2020 vision, 2020, a clear vision. What is your vision? So that's it. Hopefully that all helps.
That is amazing. And I know I speak for a lot of others when I say that you're such an inspiration. And something that really resonated with me, what you said, where are you going to arrive? It isn't that you have arrived and that you stop. And I think you, Emerson, you're a really good example of that. A lot of our leaders in the field, they don't reach a certain level or rank advancement and then stop and sit back. You give back constantly, and you're building your business as you're helping your Filipino brothers and sisters. And I think it's an amazing accomplishment. And I know that I also speak for Yoli Corporate when I say thank you. Thank you for always giving back and for helping us understand a little bit about the Filipino market. And, we're with you. So one thing that we talked about earlier too that I really loved is even though the cultural differences are there, everyone in the Philippines, in Mexico, in Canada, we're all living different lives, but very similar. We're still one family. We come up against the same obstacles when we're setting our goals and trying to accomplish them. And one thing that I think is really valuable to know is that we are one force and one future. Together, we are leading the same lives and trying to accomplish the same goals, taking care of our family, taking care of our minds and our bodies. And I'm so glad to hear that you're doing the Better Mind, Better Body program, as many of you are out there. What a blessing and what a gift we have. And, Robbie really absorbed a lot of that cost for us to be able to take that program. This is a $2,000 program plus. So we're able to do this essentially for free and pass it on to others. So thank you for sharing that, Emerson. I know you're a new dad and you're probably not getting as much sleep, but maybe I'm not sure. You mentioned he's a really good baby, so that's good to hear.
Yes, he is. Let me bring him real quick. We have a special guest. Let me see.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, amazing.
He's sleeping, but let's bother him real quick here. Let's see.
Okay, we'll be super quiet.
Yes.
This is so exciting. He is like the cutest baby. Not sure if you've seen pictures, but he's adorable and we wish you the best of health. Okay, here he is. Oh my gosh.
That's baby Jeremiah. Oh, it's too bright for him.
He's like, ow.
Yep. He's out.
Oh
there
my
you go.
gosh. Thank you so much for sharing him. He is so cute. Oh my gosh. Well, congratulations to you and your family. It is so wonderful to see your new addition. I wanted to ask you briefly, what are the three, if you had to say three things that you do each day that are repetitive for you as healthy habits, what are three things that you do every day that you can say, okay, this is on my list for sure?
Right. So first thing is prayer in the morning, workout to make you feel good. And the third is always reflect back on your day and what you can do better. So those are the three things: prayer for to say grace and what you're grateful for at the beginning of the day, exercise because it boosts the serotonin levels. It will change, just make it as a habit. And third, reflect back to your day and see what you can do better the next
That's
day.
amazing. Thanks for sharing that. So as I've been hosting these Monday Momentums just to kind of give you an insight of what's going on with Yoli Corporate, but you guys really are the heart and soul of these Monday Momentums, and we'd like to rename it a little bit since Momentum is more, taking the place of TU. So we're calling these calls Yoli Nation Live Calls.
Yes.
So that is the new name for Monday Momentum. It's Yoli Nation Live Calls here. And I have a little bit of a challenge for you.
Yeah.
If you're up for it, Emerson.
Sure.
So I would like to pass the torch to our field to host these videos, these live calls with you all. And I'd love it if you would be our first host and you can.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so here's the rules.
All right.
You can invite anyone that you'd like to
Okay.
interview. It can be one person or it can be 12. It's really up to you. So we're going to hand you over the keys to the back end and let you schedule your own Zoom live call, and we'll push it and help you here on the member community page. We're also going to record them so that you can pass them along to members of your field. But I would love it if you wanted to be the first host of our Yoli Nation live series.
Let's do it. That's so awesome. It's like hot potatoes.
Yes. Yes. So here's
awesome.
the potato to you. So you'll be the first one. And then whoever you bring on will be passing the torch on to them to host their own Zoom call right here for Yoli Nation live Zoom calls. So that would be awesome.
Yes, let's do that. That's pretty cool. All right, I'll invite the founders. Can I do that? Oh man, that's awesome. Okay, challenge accepted.
Yay! Okay, awesome. So you heard it here first, Yoli Nation. Emerson's going to be our first Yoli Nation live call host, and he's going to get with us on maybe some ideas of who he'd like to interview and talk to, and bring some inspiration and some of that better mind, better body vibe that we've got going on. So stay tuned for that. We'll definitely announce that in the coming weeks. So thanks again, Emerson, for joining us. I'm so excited to see what happens in the Philippines in the coming months. And as always, our heart is with you and our full support is with you.
Thank you so much, Shar. And let me just share one quick story before we go out here. One indication that I know things change is when you message me. Remember, you messaged me for the very first time and say, "Hey, Emerson, I just wanted to reach out with you. Anything that we can help with marketing?" Because I posted that Yoli Philippines event. And I was like, wow, nobody in my 7 years, in Yoli, someone DM'd me and direct messaged me on Facebook from corporate, asking if they could be of service to the field. So thank you so much, Char, for your support, and for the rest of the corporate team. We would just reciprocate all that help and service that you guys give to us back to the field and back to you guys as well. And that's a promise from myself, from Jeremiah, and for everybody here in Yoli. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you so much. We love you guys, and I'm just a vessel for corporate as well as our founders, and so are you all. So Yoli Nation, join us back here next week. You never know who's going to be on these calls now. So it belongs to you. This is your time to get motivated, get inspired by other members of the fields and of your field, and we'll be right alongside you. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Shar. Love you guys. God bless.
Bye, Jeremiah.
Bye, Jeremiah.